What we have is a system set up to fail our students, where folks aren't being prepared for the next step. So, maybe you didn't go to pre-K, so then when you get to kindergarten, little Johnny's getting in trouble because he's just moving around too much and he's too antsy because he hasn't learned how to, behave in that classroom environment or what have you. And then each grade doesn't prepare him for the next, so that he's behind from the very beginning. Then he doesn't get into a good high school. Maybe he's in the neighborhood high school that, there's all these fights going on, and there's this and there's that, and there's distractions, from the actual learning. And so then he's never prepared for college. Or maybe
incidents like the woman getting hit in the face by the sergeant in Philadelphia, the police officer, why that erupted into what it was, or which goes on to other things. But those incidents create havoc in the community, not just because a man hit a woman, but that went beyond that.
Puertorriqueños say, si Dios quiere, they put it in the will of, they just throw it out there in the will of something. Even though if it's in God's will, yes. But you also have to work for it, and you have to, apply for this job. You can't just say, if it's God's will, I'm gonna get the job and not apply. So people, they procrastinate, they just, they put themselves down. They put their borders in front of themselves. But I don't know if I can do this because I don't know if I can read that well. And the Latinos, we go into stuff already thinking that we're already at a disadvantage.
Going back to the money, as the money gets smaller, right? There's only so much you can do, but there's still this great need. So I think that's something that's always going to, and plus all these waves of new immigrants that come, that it's not just the Puerto Rican community anymore. It's the Dominican community, it's the Mexican community, it's, those that come from South America. But we still have this common issue, which is we speak a language that we want to acknowledge and celebrate, but it becomes that disadvantage.
Because if you disrespect your grandmother, you're going to be disrespecting me next. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think that's right, because I'm a grandmother. You get me? And I was raised by my grandmother. I don't like it. She was raised by her grandmother. So, not on my watch. But then again, that's because I have a personal motive for it. Now, will these kids be slashing my tires next week? Absolutely. Absolutely. I gotta live next door to you. You're gonna be messing with my car.